Hello, everybody. Can you all hear me? We appear to be having a whole host of technical problems tonight. Bear with, as we say. Can anybody hear me? I'm just checking. Right, I will carry on. As you can see, it's reet cold in the workshop tonight. But what are we having a pop-up live for? Well, I jumped on the bandwagon, didn't I? And I blame Spencer Pollard, but actually I blame Ian Ogilvy for this. Budget airbrushes. Now, this is a genuine unboxing because, as you can see, it's still sealed. So I haven't broken into this yet. So this is my GAD 39 Advanced Series airbrush, double action airbrush, which cost me a whopping £25 on Amazon. So I know Spencer Pollard was very impressed with his. So that was the catalyst. It was Ian who started it, but let's blame Spencer, shall we? So here we go. So we've got got to say, it is beautifully packaged, and that's quite a weighty box as well. Not sure about the name Jihad. Okay, let's all have a worry about that, shall we? But beautifully put together, isn't it? It's that's quite professional for 25 quid. So, like I say, that's nice and heavy. So let's open the box, shall we? He says, trying to open the box with his medical gloves on. Oh, that's door. See, again, mark of quality is there is a seal on it. What did you do on Tuesday night? Watched the confused man from Dudley trying to couldn't even open the box for a budget airbrush. Goodness me. Dear customer, each Galeri airbrush undergoes a series of stringent tests before leaving the factory to ensure it meets our high standards in all respects. If you find an actual issue with the product, there's no need to return it. Simply contact us to confirm the problem, and we'll arrange for a reshipment. Isn't that brilliant? Please install. Right. Okay. I know you're all excited to see what this airbrush is like. So here it is. And I have got to say, first impressions is that's really quite weighty. That's not cheap kind of componentry. That's got a bit of heft to it. That feels like a quality airbrush. Also, for a 25 quid airbrush, look, it comes packed with a protective cover for the brush itself, which is going to be useful in the long term. So gotta say, the action on that is superb. And look at this. It comes with, for a £25 airbrush, it comes with a quick release fixing already in place. I haven't even used it yet, and I am massively impressed. So what have we got in here? We've got another nozzle in there. I'll read up what this is all about. I'm just gonna undo that one and have a look at what's going on there. Yep, that's fine. Just carefully puts that back in place. Yeah, so it looks like you can swap nozzles out on this. So again, for a £25 airbrush, we are getting plenty of options already. For a £25 airbrush, again, another needle and 2 color cups. So we've got a kind of medium one and an extra large one, which just oops, Daisy. There we go. Which screws in there. Yep. We'll put the smaller one to the test this evening. But first impressions are, this is quite a stunning airbrush. It exudes quality. It really does. I'm just having a look in there. Yeah, that's fine. Like I say, the action, it's a little bit looser than my Iwatas, but my Iwatas cost 3 times as much. So let's put this to the test, shall we? So we'll put our protective screen down for the airbrushing element. So let's just get the light out the way. There we go. Oh. Now is my oops, that's a USB cable. Lols. Right, let's just see if the compressor is on, and it isn't. Bear with, folks. I just got to plug the compressor in. There's nothing like preparation, and trust me, this is nothing like preparation. There it is. This is a genuine pop-up live because I haven't even got the compressor plugged in. There we go. There we go. Now, I've got to say, first thing I've noticed is on that quick release fitting, no, that's fine. I thought it was leaking, but it could have been that I was trying to put it in there with the with the compressor running. So yeah, that's a really nice action on that. I'm sounding about Alan Partridge, I know, but so oops, Daisy. Let's get the cleaning station out, and let's put some paint through this, shall we? Just going to readjust the camera a second. That's better. So I'm just having a look to see what have I got here that I can start spraying. I will come to your comments. What have we got here? I think that's for my Tamiya motorbike. So let's just have a quick look at the comments. Mike Reeves says, I got the G39, which I think is what I've got here. Yeah, I've got the G39. Looks to be the new go-to for clear coats, and if I like it, I will grab another for metallics. Crazy Loca says, pro tip, you can buy the finer needle and tip separate, and it's an even better value deal. Tony Surridge says, JM, what needle sizes do they supply? That's a very good question. This is so new tonight that I haven't had a chance to really have a look at the literature. So I'm just going to have a look on the back of the box. That will tell me. So it comes with a 0.35 nozzle. So yeah, it comes with a 0.5 needle and nozzle, and a 0.35 needle and nozzle. So and I think we've got the 0.35 is fitted. Right. We've got a blob of motorbike here, so I'm just going to have a quick look to see what color do I need to paint this. Do you know what? We're just going to paint this. We're going to paint this metallic silver. Be done with it. Here it is, TS29. TS29, which is TS29 black. Oh, that's no good. Well, what we'll do is we will paint this with some silver, just to show what's going on. Really, it's just a test. That's all. So let's just grab a cocktail stick. Oops. Really should get more prepared for these demos, really. So that's better. Right. I tell you what, we will give this a coat of, what have we got here? That's light grey. I'll tell you what, we'll give it a coat of LP11 silver. Now that hasn't got a rattler in it. LP19 gunmetal. Yeah, we'll do it with some silver. So let's just go and get a BB. Oh. Good Lord, if only I had some kind of custom tool here for opening these dreaded things. Oh, there we go. Oh my goodness me, this is absolutely wedged on, this. What did you do on Tuesday night? I tuned in to watch a painting demo with a new airbrush, and the idiot couldn't even get the bottle of paint open. No, that really won't open, and I don't know where the holder is for that. So good start, this. No, that really doesn't want to open. Change of plan. We'll paint it another colour. What the hell? We'll just do it light grey. LP34 light grey, if we can open the jar. Oh, the perils of doing live demos, eh? There we go. That's better. Right. Pop that BB in there. Whoops. Pop that BB in there. Let's get the old robards out. And that's better. So I'm just going to drop a bit of Tamiya lacquer thinner in there. This is the retarder type. And I am going to thin it considerably because I know how I like my Tamiya lacquers. So let's give that another. Perfect. Right, before we put any paint through this, we will give it a quick run through with some lacquer thinner. And we're just going to double check the pressure setting. What are we on? Good Lord, that's massively over. Let's take it down to just over 20 psi, about 1.5 bar. Yep, perfect. Right, here we go. Oh, well, that's got very, very nice action. Just gonna, I think that needle is a little bit loose, so I'm just going to oops, there we go. And we're not getting anything out now. I've over tightened it, haven't I? Right, there we go. That's more like it. And we're not getting anything out of it. That is really frustrating. So this is a good start for the new airbrush. Is I've adjusted the needle and it's decided to stop spraying. So not getting a thing out of it. Nope, not a sausage. Well, that's a good start. Ah, now it could be that's a bit loose there. That just needs tightening up. Right, I think we've got to the meat and potatoes of what's going on there. Nope, still not getting anything out of it. The perils of buying a budget airbrush, eh? Ah, I tell you why we're not getting anything out of it, because there's nothing in there. There we go, there we go. That's more like it. Oh, panic over. Right. Let's try a bit of Tamiya XLP34. We're only going to put a tiny amount in there. There we go. Just a little bit of back flushing, gentle bit of back flushing, just to make sure it's all properly mixed in the cup. There we go. Right. Pop the cover back on. Right, so that's, and we're not getting a Robbie sausage out of it again. That's really annoying. Oh, there we go. Obviously needs a little bit of setting up. Right. Right. So probably do with closing that down a bit, but do you know what? We will. No. We will see if we can zoom in on the camera. I don't think we're on the full magnification at the moment. Oh, we are on full magnification, right. Right, I've got to say, the action on this is really, really nice. Now that I've finally got it working, now I've got my airbrush brain plugged in. It doesn't feel like a cheap airbrush. It has a. It's not. Oops, Daisy. It's not quite Iwata quality, but it's not far off either. I'd quite happily buy another one of these airbrushes. I'd buy another one from the same brand, actually, because having bought cheap airbrushes down the years, yes, within a few days or a few weeks of using them, you suddenly do realize why they are cheap. I have to say, though, my Fender airbrushes that I bought checks notes 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, they are still my go-to airbrushes, and I haven't had to replace anything with them. So there we go. That's covered that. That's covered that nice and quickly. Helped by the fact that it's the Tamiya lacquer paint, but its actual airbrush sprays beautifully. It's got a really smooth action to it. Doesn't feel cheap at all. I know there was a few hiccups for me getting it working tonight, but I'm afraid that was user error, not the airbrush. And yeah, I'm really, really impressed. Genuinely shocked that a 26 pound airbrush can be this good. And I'll tell you what, we'll put it through its paces on the spray mat here a second. There's probably some just kind of some adjustments that I'll need to do as I get used to it and as I use it a bit more. But I've got to say, out of the box, now that I've managed to get my airbrush brain working, it performs absolutely beautiful. And I'm just gonna the one thing I will say is that action there of that nut, that's quite gnarly. It doesn't feel very smooth at all. So yeah, that does feel a little bit cheap there. Could be that it just needs a bit of airbrush lube or something. So and also I do need to gently close that nozzle up. So let's just see how fine. Oops. Can we go? Yeah, that's very good. And for a £25 airbrush, does come with a needle limiter in there as well. So the idea behind these is that once you kind of get your optimum kind of line, you can lock the needle off, and so when you pull the trigger back, at least I think that's a working needle limiter. Yeah. So the idea is that once you've done it, you can pull the needle back, and that's it. It only goes back so far. So in theory, once you've got your fine lining sorted, I'm just going to go grab a test mule. Bear with. This will do. Test mule. This is my Airfix quick build Eurofighter Typhoon, the new kit. So now I will say yet again, as soon as I go to use this, it does seem to take a while for the brush to start kind of kicking back into action again. But so let's just imagine that, I know it's not very good, doesn't make for good television, but let's imagine I am painting this properly. I'm just going to open that nozzle up a bit more. Now, like I say, this is the 0.35 nozzle, so it's not even the finest nozzle, but I think that's pretty good for a 0.35. I'd say that's pretty good for a 0.35 on a £25 airbrush. So I think you can probably get the impression, folks. I am impressed. I think this is a brilliant airbrush. Just reading the comments here. Let's just have a look. Ian Hartup says, Matthew Walker, if you have that airbrush tool I showed a week or two back, it's not a bad idea to run it through it. Yes. I am going to get hold of one of those tools. In fact, it was It was Matthew who said, there we go. Matthew said, did you polish the needle before using? No, I didn't polish the needle before using. I should have. But John Binford says, you say not Iwata quality in what way? Like I say, little things like where I was adjusting the nut on the end of the brush there just felt a little bit, the componentry felt a little bit rough. But we're talking, you know, very, very fine degrees. There's not much in it. Let's put it that way. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to empty this back into the thing of paint. Bear with. And we will put another color on. Actually, I'll just give that color cup a quick wipe through. I'm not going to be overly fastidious in between color changes. There'll be people fainting now, going, "Good Lord!" But no. So what we're going to do is I'm going to try another brand of paint, and reaches down. What have I got here? Yeah, I don't think I'll try the. I was going to try the AK Air, but I'm not sure. I can't remember what thinner I need for it. Oh no, I've got the right thinner for it. So okay, we'll try the dark slate grey. Can't remember what thinner I had here. Yeah, there we go. AK Real Colors compatible thinner. So what we'll do is we will just make sure that we thoroughly flush that airbrush through. Whoops, daisy. And let's grab some. There they are. That's what we're looking for. The catheter things. Let's go down to the chemist and get some more of these. This is where tonight's demo could all go horribly, horribly wrong. So we'll just flush that through. Grab a cotton bud. Right, that'll do. And what have I got here? AK Air RAF Dark Slate Grey. Oh, I'll just try it out. Now, bearing in mind, this is more of a water-based acrylic. So, paintbrush. That'll do. Paintbrush. Oh, where are my mixing brushes? There they are. Uh-oh. Now, instantly, I've got sediment building up inside the cup here, which suggests to me that we've got a bit of a paint incompatibility going on there, which is where I probably didn't wait long enough to clear the lacquer through. But We've got colour coming through. Oh, yeah, we've got colour coming through. So let's whoop, easy. So this is massively over. Oops, Daisy. Yeah, this is massively over thinned. We need more paint in there. Oh, dearie me. No. No, it's gone all spatty. That's because we've got incompatible paint and thinners kicking around in there. Yeah, it's all ended in disaster, folks, because idiot here has didn't properly clean the brush out, and we've now managed to block the new airbrush with incompatible paint and thinners. So I don't know if you can hear that. It is not happy. So this is going to be a crash course in learning how to clean the airbrush through. So we will clean the color cup out. Oh, dearie me, I don't know if you can see that. That's a horror story. That nozzle is absolutely gunked in paint from where I've tried to paint using different mediums. Oh, let's try and sit down properly. So what we'll do is we'll take the needle out, give it a clean, and then we'll pop it back in backwards so that we don't I think there is a case to be had for having, especially with these budget airbrushes, is having one that you use purely for lacquer paints, and then another one that you use purely for acrylics. So this is why I was going to do a demo tonight, because I thought we'll do it warts and all. So I just put that back into the spray. There we go. Oh, it's nice and clear. Right. Yeah, I thought we'd do it warts and all if things went wrong, because if things go wrong, then we try and work out solutions on how to fix things. So it's kind of like playing out in real time. There we go. Oh, this is the great stuff about lacquer thinners is they absolutely they really do absolve you of your sins. So right, we will wrap this up because I know you good people have got better things to do tonight. This is why I just prefer lacquers, because the moment you start using them, they're just effortless. These water-based acrylics, when I started using them, I got on okay with them, but since I've been using lacquers, that's just a different story, and I am a total convert to lacquers now. So right, I'm just going to try and find a suitable lacquer color to do some freehanding with. Let's have a look. What have we got here? I do believe we've got German grey. There we go. Right, so we'll just do this and then we'll finish for the evening. Goodness me, I cannot for the life of me get blessed jars open tonight. There we go. So a little bit of German grey in there, just a tiny amount, that'll do. Yep, that's spraying beautifully. So I'm just trying to set a reasonably fine line. Like I say, I am going to order the finer nozzles for this, and I might get the next airbrush up as well. The finer nozzles and needles for this. Right. So this is Tamiya LP27 German grey. Do you know what? For a kind of rushed demo tonight, this has got possibilities. It's a brilliant airbrush for 25 quid. Goodness me. I am absolutely sold on this. Just going to get rid of the rest of the paint of this onto the fin of this Eurofighter. May as well. Yeah, absolutely brilliant bit of kit this for 25 quid. I am super, super, super impressed. And as I said, I might be in the market to get the next one up. It's twice the price. It's about 50 quid. But there is nothing about this brush that makes me think, oh, I wish I'd never bought this. It's quite the opposite. It's quite the opposite, because I'd be quite happy to go out and buy more of the same. Yeah, I might actually write this up for Brett's magazine as well, for Model Airplane International, because I think this is one of those one of those purchases where you want to kind of like share the good news, quite frankly. I know quite a few of you have also invested in one of these, so it'd be interesting to hear your comments and experiences of it. And I certainly am going to get one of those needle tools that Ian was talking about. So that's going to be a trip onto AliExpress. This is the bit I always hate. So I might put a bit of needle lube on that when, before I finish for the evening. I will give it a very thorough going over after this live. But I'm just trying to get it together for the closing here. But let's just give that a quick. See, it's done it again. I put the needle back in, and then it decides that it won't. It's because it. Right. I think you've got to be very careful with this. Is that once you slide that in, is the moment you start turning the locking nut, it does move it forward slightly. So the problem with that is that you as you're locking it, it can move the needle forward, and then before you know it, the needle has pushed through the nozzle. Although this doesn't appear to have one of those fine nozzles on it. Not unlike the Iwatas, where you get the little brass nozzle. Oh, perhaps it does. Perhaps it's hidden in there. But that's what I'm always mindful of not damaging. Oops, Daisy. Felt that needle go in there. See, again, I'm just trying to lock this, and as I'm doing it, the thread is not as smooth as it could be. But it's a £25 airbrush, for goodness sake, man. So let's just flush this last bit through. That'll do. That will do for tonight. So we will be taking photographs. We will be putting up more info about this. But I have to say, this Galeri, the GAD 39, that is seriously a quality airbrush for £25. Goodness me. Doesn't feel like a 25 quid airbrush. It almost Iwata quality, not quite. There are a few little niggles and things where, like I say, it's just the where that locking nut goes to go in, and it just feels a little bit rough. But it's buy with confidence, folks. That's what I'd say. It's very, 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 very good. Right, I'm just going to play catch up with the comments, and then you can all go and have your supper. So Ian Hartup says, Ian Hartup trying to bankrupt me tonight. He says, I just found this on AliExpress, £49, £45.94, Mazda TO007 airbrush needle repair toolkit with 4 sizes, micro bent tip for spray, blah, 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 blah. Right, brilliant. Thanks for that, Ian. I'm just having a look. Any more comments? Jeff Baker's just put up a link as well. Matthew Walker says live television, folks. Yeah, it is a bit. John Binford says I have 3 different ones and I've had 0 problems. They have a sale going on now if you're interested. I certainly am, actually. Yeah, I might have a look at the other one that they've got on Amazon at the moment, which is the £50 one. Not that I'm feel that I've got to keep up with Spencer, but there's a small element of keeping up with the Pollards. So there we go, folks. I will take some photographs and try and get them up in the next 24 hours or so. But like I say, this was a pop-up live tonight. It was only supposed to be a short pop-up live. We've nearly done an hour. Goodness me. Well, it's an hour because it was mostly cock-ups. But super, super impressed. I think you can tell I'm super, super impressed by the fact I keep telling you I am. But yeah. Steve Moore says 57% off now. Oh, my goodness me. Do you know what? We're going to do live Amazon shopping here. So amazon.co.uk, and let's look up what they're called. Gallery airbrushes. GAA. Oh, there we go. It's come up already. Gallery airbrushes. So. So what have we got here? Let's just go to, let's share the screen, shall we? Oh, go to the website, he says. Gallery website. Okay. Well, actually, whilst we're on Amazon, we'll just have a quick look and see what Amazon are doing. So so here we are on the Gallery page on Amazon. So there's the one I've got, the £25.99 one. That's the one that Spencer's bought, which is the 0.3mm one. That does look super, doesn't it? 20% off. Yeah, the Mobius, that does look spiral shaped Mac nozzle. Goodness me. Yeah, just everything about this is just quality. It doesn't, like I say, it doesn't feel like a cheapo airbrush. Simon Lewis says, Simon Lewis. Oh, there we go. John Binford's got www.gallery.com. Right. Okay. Let's head there. www.gallery.com. Gallery. Oh, right. Okay. Aventus, rebuilt from within, born to redefine. That looks funky. The five themes of Eventus. Oh my goodness me! I can see that we're going to have a bit of a spending disaster here with Galeri, but yep, we'll put the link up for that. That does it's got that kind of Apple sheen to it in terms of quality and whatever. But John Binford says Mobius are very nice. There we go, folks. Right. You all go and enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm going to go and warm up because I'm freezing here in the unheated workshop. He said. Actually, I've got a little space heater, but don't want to turn it on because of doing a broadcast. But we will continue to try these airbrushes out as well. But I would say if you're in the market for getting a spare airbrush, get one of these Galeri ones. I absolutely love this one at the moment. So on that note, just a big thank you to say thank you for watching. Thank you for watching as we've done an impromptu pop-up live. That's why they're pop-up lives. They're impromptu. Fingers crossed, we'll be back on Sunday for the Sunday service and might be talking more about this airbrush or perhaps another one. Who knows? Until then, thank you for your patronage. We'll leave you with it, and we'll see you Sunday. So everybody, take care. See you later. Bye for now.